Tomorrow, we need to take a picture of the two of us in our leader shirts.
Okay.
So I could post it on Instagram.
Got it.
What up? What is the color of the sky?
Pink. What do you think about the Chats?
I think they're pretty fire.
Let's go, Raindrop.
Texas size 10-4.
Texas size 10-4.
Perfect.
The amount of years I went to camp this was my first time going to camp, and it was probably one of the best experiences I've had.
So my favorite memory from camp was this year, and it was standing there on Thursday night and just listening to the worship. I think that the worship there is so incredibly powerful, and one day, this girl told me to just listen to people when they sing and how moving it is and how you can just hear God through their voice. And I literally stood there and I just listened. And then because I was listening so well and I could just hear God, I just sat on the floor and I just praised Him for it. And it was so incredibly powerful for me to just sit there and just to listen to God move through all of these incredible people and just to worship Him in that moment.
And what is your all-time favorite camp memory?
My all-time favorite camp memory, it's probably worship from Wednesday night because I just got really connected and just mostly hanging out with everyone and getting a closer connection.
Giving everything that I can give, like really letting God take like a hold and taking control and not trying to go off my own will.
I don't have an all-time favorite camp memory because every memory of my small group this year was amazing.
That's good.
Mason was in my small group.
That's good.
That's why it was amazing.
How has camp impacted your faith?
Oh my goodness. It's a hard question. I was thinking about it.
Big question. You can think about it for a second.
Well, in the previous years, like, my faith wasn't ever really good. And I feel like it's gotten better because of how much I've learned about Him. Like, every time I learn something new about Him, my faith grows more. I start believing more.
To take time out of my day to devote it to Jesus.
Our life is a race, and I guess I just don't ever think of it like that, but our life is a race, and sometimes we're carrying a backpack, and in our backpack it has a bunch of stones in our bags, and it's our sin, and it's weighing us down. But when we give those rocks and all of that stuff to God, it's so much easier to run that marathon, and when you run it with God, it just makes it so much easier, and it's incredible. So.
How has camp impacted your faith?
It's gotten stronger, and now I can really feel Him, and I know He's there.
So even though I've had a lot of camp experiences, I would say my favorite memory from camp was actually from this year, and it was watching on Wednesday night all of my students. I was at the altar praying for other students, and I looked back at my students and saw them all gathered together, and several of them were bowing down, and they were all praying with each other and for each other, and that was just an awesome moment as a youth leader to look at your kids and see them worshiping God like that. I got one thing I want to add. I just want to thank all the people that helped get our students to church camp this year. We couldn't have done it without that. It meant a lot to us. So thank you.